Hello. Welcome to Maslow Tarot. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be here because it's kind of late. And I don't normally go live. So if anybody does pop in, definitely say hi. But this is going to be a monthly reading for the earth signs since I didn't get to them previously. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And my website's down right now, but it'll be back up shortly. But yeah, welcome. I just meditated and I'm ready to do your monthly readings. If you're here, say hi. All right. So this will be for the earth signs. I do bring in my ancestors, guides, guardians, spirit of the highest vibration to assist me with this reading in order to provide you the utmost clarity and truth for the earth signs who is watching this video. But yeah, so I just want to remind you that energy is actually fluid. So this could pertain to somebody in your energy. Time is not linear. It could actually pertain to the past, or it could be timeless. My intention for this reading is for the next 30 days to assist you with anything that you're going through at the moment. But a lot of times the past will come into it, or advice about the future we go into at the end as well, as far as how to deal with something or make it more for you. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to start with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. I hope you can hear me. I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me. It's all right, though. I've done videos without sound many times. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you want to, if you feel so called. I only want my people. I only want the people that resonate. I don't do primarily love readings. These are for self-growth. And for dealing with issues and with the things that we can control, not the things that we can't. Sometimes love does come into it if we do get the lovers cards, the lovers card, or if it feels really heavy about a relationship. We will go into the romance angels and we'll talk about, he said, she said, or she said, you know what I mean. Anyway, so for Virgo. All right, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, please, Spirit. Assist me at this reading. So for the utmost clarity for Virgo. What's the theme for May 2021? What is going on for Virgos? So we have spiritual growth. You might be reaching a higher level. I just saw that butterfly fly up. It was like stepping upstairs, except it was flying onto a higher flower than the one before. So maybe you're ascending in some sort of way. You also have grief work. You could be missing somebody at this time or dealing with, it looks like you're facing it head on here. Facing grief head on and maybe changing, and heavenly signs just wanted to jump out at you. So you're probably very protected and very guided at this time. So if anything weird's been happening around the house, if songs keep playing over and over again, if you're having dreams, that could be a get some rest sign that somebody's trying to connect with you. And it might be causing you to explore the other realms as far as tarot, divination, even just talking to yourself in a room, talking yourself through it. Windfall fell out, but I don't feel like that's for you. Or it might just be like a windfall of messages. But I feel like coming out of the Scorpio moon, my nose is already itching. Coming out of the Scorpio moon could have been really intense for you emotionally, or just kind of I feel like you're in two places at once. Like it's hard to concentrate. Yeah. All right, let's get into the emotional aspects. What's going on for the next 30 days emotionally? Some important emotions that you may be dealing with. Let's see. For the Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. What important emotions are you going through at this time? Taking a moment to get over the nervous aspect. So I'm sorry about that. Regret. So what's cool about these cards is they come with affirmations, ways to flip and change your perspective so that you're not focused yet on regret, but you're acknowledging it within yourself and then reaffirming it with a change in direction. So we have, I know that I cannot change the past, right? So as long as we know that we can't control the past, it already happened, we can control that, or we can acknowledge how often the past comes up and what we might be feeling like we could have done differently. Maybe with this grief or this situation or person or something that has passed, it could be weighing heavy on your mind. Maybe feeling like a failure at this time, feeling like you're not really getting where you want to be, or you're not. Definitely a deep sense of regret. It's almost like you're grieving yourself, Virgo. Like it's like feeling behind when you're on time. You know what I mean? Like it's seeing yourself do things. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like disassociation or watching yourself do things, but it's like you feel behind. You feel like you can't catch up even with yourself, with your goals, with what you want to be aligned with. And I think you need to, I don't know what you need to do. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but these cards are a reminder that you're growing as a person. And sometimes we have to grieve our old self. And you could be attached to the past in a sense where there's so much weighing on you when it comes to what you could have done, woulda, shoulda, coulda, that it's keeping you from moving forward, and making you stuck in this cycle of, I wish I could have, can I do that again? Or where am I? You know, like, do you know where you are? I guess it's time to kind of give yourself a rest. Give it a rest is what I'm getting. Give it a rest. You know, if there's anything that's holding you back, you need to let it go at this time, especially if you feel like a failure, you're not. I mean, that's the only way we do succeed is by trying over and over again and figuring out what works for us. There's no right way to do something. There's no manual for this thing called life. And I like the affirmation that comes with this. It's, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So, I mean, that's a really great to look at it. Like, yeah, that really sucked. Or I should be here. I could do better. But that's why we have tomorrow. That's why we have the next moment. You're still here. You're still here. You're still moving forward. Well, let's go. All right. So let's see what we can figure out for you. I'm trying to think where to go. No, I don't feel like Kipper is right for you right now. So I'm not going to do Kipper. I'm just going to do regular tarot. And do the doggo deck. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. Now we'll do it after. All right, so Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising under Venus. What's going on in the month of May? May 2021. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising under Venus. Watching this video for May. All right. That means it's done. So the Two of Wands wanted to pop out in reverse. It's kind of like you don't want to make a decision, or you're right up at the point where you don't see the opportunities. You don't see what decisions you can make. Let's see. Yeah, there was a decision that was probably made in the past that you're not happy with, or you feel like you didn't even get the opportunity. But let me see here. Yep. Two of Wands again on the bottom in reverse. Okay. This was for you, Virgo. All right. So we have the Call, the Judgment card in reverse, right? Not heeding the call, not listening to your inner voice, not doing what is right for your higher self. That is what you're probably stuck on for the month of May. Or not feeling like you're in, I keep getting control, not feeling like you're in control, wanting to be victorious, wanting people to be proud of you. There might be something with being proud. You want to be proud of yourself. And I feel like maybe you feel like you aren't really proud of yourself, or like you let yourself down in some sort of way. And again, we have the world in the focus positions. What you need to focus on for the month of May, or what Spirit's saying you need to focus on, is closing old doors, closing old cycles, closing the door to whatever keeps trying to come back in, whether it's thoughts that don't serve you anymore. Sometimes we make the wrong decision, right? Or sometimes we do something that changes our whole future. We do something that changes where we end up in life, but it's like you can't keep beating yourself for that because it's blocking your victory. Your challenge this month is the Six of Wands. Realizing what you have been proud of, what you should be proud of, the things that make you unique as a person. It's not all about everybody else. It's not all about what you can see or what you know. Sometimes it's about figuring it out in the journey itself. In the recent past, you do have the Four of Sky in reverse. You might have separated from a family member or a friend, maybe even a marriage. I'm not feeling marriage, though. Potentially. But this is a harmonious foundation that has fallen apart. Or it was the want for a harmonious foundation, something that was solid as far as people you could trust, a place that you could call home. Something just didn't work out in the recent past here. So it's pretty much time to rebuild that foundation. Your strength right now is the Four of Earth. I love this card. Look at it. Is the Four of Earth. So you're stubborn. You're stubborn. So I think that you can actually use that to your advantage potentially. So holding on really tightly to things that you value, holding on to things that you know works, but maybe having faith in knowing that something works, that other things may work too, as far as trying new things. You might be a little bit stubborn to the point where you don't want to try new ways to do something, or you can't see it, or you're kind of like in the cycle because it's comfortable. But your strength right now is that you do have a solid understanding of your limitations, is what I'm getting, your limitations. But maybe it's time to get out of that comfort zone. In the near future, we do have the Three of Wands in reverse. Stuck energy. So not really feeling like you can move forward, not knowing which action to take, not knowing which wand to go towards. But when it comes to making that decision, what is stopping you? And the biggest indicator here is what you should focus on, which is closing old doors so you can be free. Something about fate. Something about deserving. So maybe getting to the root of feeling like what you deserve. Because no matter how bad our mistakes may have been in the past, we're all human and we can fix it and we can work on ourselves and move forward. Or if you feel like other people always let you down, it's time to find what you may be doing as far as how you're meeting people or how the limits, boundaries that you're setting for other people. It's where it's pulling you back or holding you back. So we do have the suggested approach as the Sea Guardian. So this is the Knight of Cups in the Doggo Tarot. It may be rough walking through this water. Like I'm just imagining this dog being weighed down by all this water on their fur. And it might feel good on a hot day, but it's still difficult. And so water is a symbol of our emotions, right? Getting into the nitty gritty, maybe not drowning in our emotions, but trying to get a level head about it. So the suggested approach is finding out how you actually feel. Okay. And this isn't how the spread is, but it's calling to me right now. So the Sea Guardian is looking at the Five of Wands. Okay, that's the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords in reverse. It's kind of like expressing how you feel, how somebody made you feel. Maybe you don't normally express yourself. You can be very stubborn and grounded in how you feel and, trying to hold on to something. But sometimes that means being so grounded that you're not connected with your emotions and the fact that you're just trying to do what's right. Or maybe you need to apologize. The Five of Swords is reconciliation. And the Sea Guardian is staring straight at this Five of Sky or Five of Swords. Laying down the need to be right. If this was an argument or a situation between a family member or somebody that you thought you had a strong foundation with, at least letting them know how you feel, or actually coming to terms with how you feel, and reconciling that within yourself. Yeah, so this is what you need to know, I guess, is the Five of Sky, that somebody does feel bad, or there's an opportunity to reconcile here. So it can be fixed, whether it's within yourself. It might not look the way that you want it to on the other side, but we have to release the attachment of however this is going to be, right? Because generally when we want something to happen, it doesn't happen that way or exactly the way that we imagine. We have to be open to the experience. Oh, hey. Hey, Lauren. So we have to be open to that experience, right? And it hurts. It sucks to realize our own flaws, or realize the flaws in other people, and realize that maybe we're just not working, or, that the foundation does either have to be rebuilt or you move along. We do have the Fire Guardian and your hopes and fears. So the Fire Guardian is the Knight of Wands. You're motivated, right? You want this to work. Your hope is that we can, they feel the same way, that they want to fix this as much as you do, or that you can find your motivation again to make those leaps and to be happy. I'm just looking at this dog's smile, and he's like just tromping along, just having a good old time. Fire's burning, probably just ate a nice meal. He's out in the beautiful mountains, maybe get out in nature. But the Knight of Wands is passionate, creative, finding that inner spark again. Reconcile whatever is holding you back, because it might have to do with a previous situation that you feel like you didn't make the right decision, or you feel like you were destined for something else, or you had an attachment to an outcome that isn't what's happening. But you need to realize there's so many things out there that we haven't even experienced yet. Like, we don't even know. Like, you could explore something that you're passionate about that you never thought was possible, and then the door's open for you because you walked in that direction. Divine timing is crazy. And you got this, right? Sometimes foundations have to fall so that you can rebuild what's better. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So the potential outcome, the potential future, the long-term future, or what's ever actually going to come to this, is you're still going to struggle to walk away. There might be fear of the unknown here. Re-examine all the cups that you're leaving behind. But you know how in this Eight of Cups in reverse, right? So if you look at the traditional Eight of Cups, they have all their cups stacked neatly, which is their emotional experiences, their feelings, these relationships they've had. And it's highly respected. Like, it makes sense. So maybe you're still making sense of how you feel about your past, how you feel about something that you feel like you need to walk away from, or you need to be okay with where you are before you can move forward, right? And that just comes back to self-love, it feels like. All right, let's get you some themes. Some more theme for the month of May for Virgo. Creativity. Spirit's here. Spirit is here. What makes you smile? You know what I like to do? I paint. Am I a painter? No. What do? I pick some crazy colors and I put it on a canvas, and I literally take my brush, I put it into a color that I like, and I'll just, and then I'll turn it into something that I have no idea what it is until it's done. Do I think it's great? Yes. Do other people think it's great? Probably not. But you know what? Like, that's what I enjoy doing, because it makes sense to me, and it might take 20 minutes for somebody else to look at it and make sense of it, but that's not the point. Like, I created something and I know what it is, and I think it's awesome. And I think maybe getting to that point, whatever you want to create, whatever you want to do with your time, making sure that it's something that you understand. That is not for other people. It's not an outcome that made sense because your parents wanted you to do it, or because, your sister or brother is already 10 years past you. And, we have to let those old ways of thinking go, because that's very old school. I mean, it works for some people. Cool. I'm not bagging on it. It's just doesn't look like it's working for you if that's the case. And I can relate totally. All right, let's get you some advice. We're going to go with the animal kingdom here. Where are my animals? Advice for Virgo for the month of May. Please, Spirit. Cheetah. A decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. Ooh. So when it comes to advice, I'm just getting like, you might be the type of person who's all or nothing. And that can really that gets me stuck. When I want something to be perfect, I don't know if it has to do with like my INFJ personality, but I'm a perfectionist. And if I can't see my way through it, or if I can't do it the way I want to do it, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna, or it just takes me forever because I make 20 different lists. But whatever you do, follow through, right? Jeez. Okay. Friends stand close by to shield you from life's adversities. So hippopotamus. I'm just getting like a sauna feeling, like a comfy, warm. Ask for help if you need it. I know, easier said than done, right? They're just waiting. If you are going through a rough patch, your friends are probably just waiting for you to ask. Even if it's just to hang out and hold space for you, I feel like that's what they want you to just say something, because you might seem like you're fine from the outside. Even if this is just something you're going through for a moment, it might help just to get some insight from somebody that is close to you, that sees you on a day-to-day, or maybe knows about whatever you're stuck on from the past. So we have sensuality and passion stirred beneath a cloak of secrecy. You could be just a very private person. Maybe this has to do with exploring yourself and exploring what you're into. But you know what? Like, that's your business and nobody else's, unless you want to bring them into your life. That is a privilege, right? People knowing about those deeper things, it's a privilege, and your friends are there to be there for you. And a lot of people don't even have that, I feel like you're very brave. You're very brave. You are making a decision probably because, or maybe you will in May, but just know that your friends have your back, and don't stand down. If you're going to make a decision that means putting yourself out there, being vulnerable with how you feel, being vulnerable with how you feel about a situation from the past, just know that the people who love you are going to be there always. Okay? And if you're worried about that statement, it's time to find new people. And that is always available. There's like billions of people out there. You deserve it and you're worth it. God, that's so corny. But it's true. I'm telling you. Whatever. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's get you. I feel like you need something else. All right, last one for Virgo. Again, if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. It'd be awesome. If you want. It's cool. All right, for Virgo, advice for Virgo, please deal with the situation. Transformation. Big changes. Jeez. Fear of going into the unknown. you know it's going to change something. You know it's a big transition. You know you're not coming back once you go that way. And I think that that's a big part of taking a moment to reflect that you really don't know what's going to happen, but coming to terms with what's not working, right? The foundation that you've already had, the friends that aren't there for you, the things that you're holding on to can express themselves in ways of like clinging to worry and doubts because you think it's going to happen again. And we don't really know until we cross that bridge. But it's about boundaries. It's about boundaries and finding that inner spark again, right? Finding out what makes you beautiful and what makes you unique. And only needing yourself. Family, friends, and guides. And if you don't have much support right now, there are a lot of other people looking for support too. And there's Reddit, there's groups, there's forums, there's people to talk to if you do need to connect with somebody. And you can do it a progressive way where you can be a team and just go together, and do this together. You don't have to tell them all your deepest, darkest secrets, but you can be like, hey, yeah, well, I want to do this, but I don't want to tell them, or, and just move forward in that way. This card did come out reverse, so it might be time to connect more with those people that you care about and be more vulnerable in your emotions. We have that water here. But setting yourself free, freeing yourself from whatever is weighing you down feels like a secret. Anyway, I'm not going to get all up into your business. Okay, thank you, Virgo. I appreciate your time. All right, so I'm going to go into Taurus now. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Taurus. All right, Taurus, what's going on for you? I do bring in my guides, ancestors, guardians, spirit of the highest vibration to assist me with this reading for Taurus's highest benefit. All in one, please. All right, Taurus. What's going on for the booze? What are some major milestones or things that may be happening in May 2021 for Taurus? A new career. Ooh. Fancy. Getting luxury. You might be paid pretty well. Maybe getting a promotion. Getting luxury. Like a fancy. Or maybe showy. This is exciting. I like this. Or you're going to feel really like a hot shot. You're going to feel like, finally, like this feels good. I like this. Anything else for Taurus? Healthcare change. Making some changes. You got to look the part. You want to be the part. You got to look the part. You got to feel the part. I am a hypocrite. Okay, I don't run every day. I'm not a hypocrite, but obviously I'm not trying to go be a model, right? Swimsuit model for the general society, what they, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to go off in a tangent. Making some changes, being your best self is what I'm getting. Being your best self, right? Treating your vessel and your body like you value it so that people kind of to cause that to bounce off of the world around you, causing the environment to treat you the way that you treat yourself. Dem buzz. I love you, Lauren. That's Lauren Joli. She's the creator of AcuMama Health. She's amazing. She does Reiki. She's also in the coffee business. She makes amazing coffee. All right, so I'm going to get you some of these. For some reason, I want to get you these for this new career. I'm excited. Something's changing. We got a lot. Ooh, we got love. We got patience. And creativity again. All right, Earth signs, what's going on? What's going on? Ooh, and willingness. Is this turning into a love reading? What's going on? Love, patience, and creativity, and then willingness kind of creeped out. We're just going to use creativity for all the earth signs now. Doing what you love, having the patience to learn the skills necessary, right? If we're talking about career, okay? What is passion? It doesn't always have to be like going out, finding somebody that you vibe with. You know, it's passion. What makes the time go by faster? Do that. Because then you'll always feel fancy. If you're doing what you love, shoot, do it. All right, so what are some important emotions coming up for Taurus for the month of May 2021 for Taurus, for the booze? Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for Taurus, please. Remember, these are general messages. May not all resonate for you, but take what resonates, leave the rest. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So there's two ways to look at this. Are you blaming others? Are you blaming yourself? Or are you accepting responsibility and moving forward? Oh. There's lots of emotions here. I'm not flipping those over. Oh. Regret. Do I need to sage these again? I'm going to sage them. Hold, please. Elevator music. Maybe you want to say hello? I don't know. Cleanse these cards of their old energy in order to be used for clarity and truth for the readings forward. So it could be somebody watching this also. Maybe. The same cards keep coming out. Or it could be me. I don't know. I did meditate though. Cleansed everything. So I'm not feeling those things. All right. So for Taurus, what are some important emotions coming up for the month of May? It felt like something touched my neck. For month of May 2021. For Taurus, please. Pride. Yeah. Walking tall, right? I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So being proud of yourself, not judging others, not comparing yourself to others, just loving yourself and then therefore loving everybody else. Indecision came out, but I'm going to put it back so it didn't flip. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. It's got like a blue flame. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So having pride and denial together reminds me of like being really sure about yourself, but not really realistic, right? So just make sure you're being realistic in all avenues of whatever goals you're attending to or whatever you're doing. These healthcare changes, these changes, right? Do you really love what you're doing or do you just love the money? Do you really love... There's just a lot when it comes to pride and denial. So being proud of yourself, but then why does denial have to do with it, right? What are you afraid of? Is it really what you wanted to do? What is success, right? I ask that all the time. All the time. Maybe too much. All right. All right, let's get some information for Taurus. I feel like I'm going way too long on these oracle cards. Could be my throat. It's more the back of the neck, but I did pull it. I heard it somehow. Getting old again. Hey. Okay. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, please. Going after them. So Cats and Cross. Okay. So you're at the Eight of Cups in reverse. You don't want to walk away into the unknown. You don't want to walk away from a situation. You're not ready to move forward yet. We have the Knight of Cups. There might be a romantic interest you're wanting to walk towards. This is your challenge at this time. So the Knight of Cups is a watery energy. It brings romance. He's charming. It's generally like a love offer, right? Ooh. Well, in the recent past, okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. The Fool energy, which is about new beginnings, serendipitous, going out and having an adventure. Not really worried about what's going to happen. There's a warning here. Don't be reckless. Don't go jumping off any cliffs before knowing if it's, if there's water down there. So you have the Hermit card in your recent past. You took some time. You took some time to really speculate. Really take a good look at something and find your inner truth, right? I'm seeing a watery path here. So like finding out how you've been feeling along the way, figuring out how you truly feel. What is your inner truth and how is it resonating with where you're standing? You took some time alone, right? You're taking some time alone. Recent past, okay? What you're currently focusing on is your coins, that new career, making the monies, right? Making the monies, finding stability, making sure that you have something solid so that no matter what, you're going to be okay. Very material aspect of life, very abundant attitude, right? Working on your abundance. And then let's see. Your strength right now is the Wheel in reverse. You're at the point where you're closing an old cycle. You're closing it because the Wheel upright, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Whole new cycle, a whole new 10 years, but you're at the ending point. You're closing a door. And I think your strength is that you're realizing what doors need to be closed in order for you to open up this new cycle and to be who you want to be and to go for what you want, right? So you are closing that cycle. You are ending it, right? Near future, we do have the Ten of Swords. Unfortunately, this is a painful ending. Feeling like your hands are tied. Like there's nothing really you can do about it. Like it is what it is. It could be backstab. Like could be backstabbing, feeling backstabbed, but this feels more like imprisonment. Yeah. So definitely painful ending. We'll look more into that because it's something you've been thinking about. You've been thinking about ending something. It's probably not aligning with your goals and what you want with this new career, healthcare. You're not feeling like you're thinking about walking away, right? You might want to walk away with the Eight of Cups in reverse, but there's something holding you back. You're holding on. You're holding on to emotional instances, things that, you're trying to understand it more before you do anything. And you might have some deep feelings about it, and that could be what's challenging you. But sometimes if we, have deep feelings, it doesn't necessarily mean like it's right for us. Okay. Suggested approach is to take a look at, try to see things before they happen, right? Understanding where it's coming from. So this gentleman is waiting, like they know what direction they want to take. And their ships are coming in. It's kind of like a period of waiting, but you're seeing it happening before your eyes, right? And what you need to know right here, what's important is the Knight of Wands. You have the ability to take action. The ball's in your court. Follow your motivation. Follow your creativity. Follow your desires. Follow what makes you feel strong. But what you need to know is that strong starts don't always follow. They don't always end up solid. Passionate starts don't always end up forever, right? It's not the Knight of Coins. It's very passionate. This is a leader that we're talking about. But it can be reckless. It can be non-committal, right? Then we have hopes and fears. So this is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So you know what you want, or maybe you don't know what you want. Or maybe you think this is what you want and you're worried that it's not what you want, right? The Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment. Maybe you're worried you'll never have it. Don't let that be the only thing that keeps you wherever you are right now. You trust your instinct, trust your inner guidance, right? There's a cycle that you are closing here, okay? Focus on your money. Focus on your abundance. Focus on your value, what you find that is valuable to you, okay? And then we have the Nine of Coins in reverse. Your potential future. So your potential future with the Nine of Coins in reverse is generally a selfish person. You could feel selfish. You could feel isolated, maybe lonely. Only, this is somebody who does things their way only and doesn't really, take advice. You could also be worried about not being, in the potential future, you could be worried about not being financially stable by yourself, right? And I think that could be it, because I see a lot of focus here on the monies, closing an old cycle, taking some time to realize, what is your inner truth? Look at his face. I'm watching you. Like, that's what I'm getting. I don't know. So with your suggested approach, Nikes. Okay. Suggested approach. Okay. So suggested approach, I was asking you to clarify or to be clarified. So with the Three of Wands, which is your suggested approach, right? Wait and see. Take a moment to breathe before you take action. Try to see everything in front of you, the big picture view, what's coming in towards you, right? This is speaking your truth. This is clarity, right? Looking at things from a more logical perspective, right? A more logical perspective, speaking your truth, having better communication. We have the eagle here. That might be important. Looking at things with an eagle eye. Attention to the details, seeing things far away before they get close. And that's kind of like what you're doing here. You can see it far away, but what does it mean to you? What's going to eliminate anxiety that you could be going through? Lack of sleep, bad dreams, nightmares. What is worrying you? Maybe coming to terms with that. Maybe you are coming to terms with that because it's in reverse, but realize that it's going to get easier the more that you try to see things as before they get here. I don't know how that probably sounds like it makes no sense. But yeah, so I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. All right, let's find out some more information. But just now, you got new career, healthcare change. You got some good things coming in for May. I think you just have to be honest with the cycle that you're closing and be very true to yourself as far as how you feel about it and where you're going and what you want. Because you're gonna get abundance. You're gonna be fine. All right. Let's get you some advice here. And we'll come down. right, so advice for Taurus. Whoa, there it is. Red squirrel, gather your resources now, for they will sustain you through the coming change. They always remind me of being in a rush. Squirrels, I don't know. So you could need to be saving your funds right now. Just be careful about any overspending. You know, set yourself up for what you're about to endure. Travel across earth and over sea to securely embrace your dream. The octopus. What is your dream? Go. Go find your dream. Follow your dreams, you know. You're only living once. Like, that's true abundance right there. Maybe you travel a lot. Or you want to travel. Maybe you need inspiration. Conceal ambition with patience. Patience. Until it's time to make your move. So don't let anybody know what you're about to do, right? Think of all your options, see your ships coming in, but don't tell anybody what you're about, the moves that you're going to make. This is for you, and this is for you only, okay? I don't know. That's what these, that's, yeah. Alrighty, let's see if I can get you some more advice. What does Spirit say about May? Whoa, and I don't mean May. Justin Timberlake. May 2021. Taurus. Hey! Good morrow. Welcome aboard, Captain. All right, for Taurus, please. Milestone. Events. So there's something really big happening in your life, right? A really big chapter is coming to an end. That could be the ending of a cycle. You could be leveling up. So it doesn't necessarily have to be closing an old cycle that's terrible, but taking a lot of time to yourself to grow and heal. Okay. Taking a lot of time to yourself to grow and heal and leveling up into this whole new being, this whole new you, feeling like a champion, feeling like a winner, feeling like you can look at yourself in the mirror and be proud, right? That's exciting. Increase. The blessings are just going to keep coming in. But don't forget to enjoy your path. Enjoy the journey. Smell the roses. Look at the gems on the side of the road. Stop focusing so much on the building that you're trying to get to and enjoy the beauty around you. Because there could be more roads, more opportunities around here than just that big thing that you're looking for. But the closer that you get to it, the bigger the building gets, right? And I think you're finally getting to the point where maybe you can see the next chapter. So there's something coming in for you. You're finishing a goal. You're getting there. And that's pretty damn exciting, Taurus. Very cool. Very cool. All right. All right, who's next? So we've got Capricorn. Thank you, Taurus. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie says hello. All right. She wants to play. You're just so dang cute. Okay. I know. Later. I know. All right. So for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, thank you so much for coming by. I do bring in my guides, ancestors, guardians, spirit of the highest vibration to assist me with this reading for the Capricorns. For their highest benefit only, please. See, it's like now I'm finally feeling warmed up. It's been a moment since I've done readings, and now I feel like I'm finally warmed up. All right, Capricorn. I just heard Arnold's voice in my head. It doesn't make any sense. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Healing from the past. Healing from the past, seeing the sunshine, moving, welcoming the new, and take the next step now. Flips it down. That's, I mean, I don't know how clearer that can get. Moving forward, getting away from the past, you know, welcoming the new. It's kind of like, this is all good stuff. You might be taking the next step to get away from something or heal something that was hurting you, or healing. It could be a physical place that you've been stuck in that just reminds you of the past and you just need to get out of there. I don't know. Let's get some more information, y'all. If you're looking for confirmation, I feel like those cards just did it for you. All right, emotions for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, please. WWE. Not saying that. I am not saying that. Okay. All right, emotions. Important emotions for Capricorn for the month of May 2021. Love is still out. Love. As I was like, love is still out, so I like threw love back in there. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And perseverance, right? Perseverance. Sorry. Guys. Hey, no WWE. No. Not today. So I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, right? This is beautiful energy. So this is like definitely moving forward in a way that serves you the best. Knowing that you can do it, whatever it is, and just going for it. You know, taking the next step, welcoming the new instead of bashing the old. It's a very level upped way of being. And I can appreciate that. That's pretty cool. I'm just going to use some themed cards. Why is it so blurry? Is it because of the dogs? Sorry, guys. Capricorn. Responsibility and expectancy. So it feels like you're going to be really busy in the month of May. You're going to have a lot going on, but you know this. So there's not going to be no surprises. It's like waiting, just waiting for it to hit. Just waiting for it to hit. All right. Let's see, for Capricorn. I feel like I went way too long on those other readings. But this one's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's pretty good. I'm proud of you. But let's see what's coming in. What are you moving towards? What are you doing? Yeah. It's got like this pinching feeling. All right, for Capricorn. I'm not really digging this view. Sorry, guys. It's super fuzzy. Is a Chariot in reverse? Your cards want to yell at me. We're not doing that today. We're just doing Celtic Cross. Maybe some clarifiers. It's for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, please, watching this video. All right. Ooh, I like it. All right. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Star card. So there's an overall healing aspect to the month of May, healing from the past, if you will. Taking each day for what it's worth, right? Every step necessary, or being present, being in the moment, being guided by your vulnerability and knowing yourself, right? Not putting, I keep saying right, sorry, it's very annoying. But getting to know yourself to the point where it's like you're just doing your thing day to day, figuring things out, making your mistakes, not beating yourself up for it, you know. The focus, or the card representing you for the month of May is the Two of Coins in reverse. This is kind of like losing control, maybe having too much on your plate to where you kind of drop some balls if you're juggling, or unable to make a decision. But with the Queen of Wands challenging it, it's like, ooh. So being a leader, being in charge. With all these responsibilities, you could actually have more responsibilities. You expected this, but you could be really feeling like where I need time, I need to breathe. So this is probably the month where it starts to pick up, okay? So I would just think that know your limits, right? With the Two of Coins. So know your limits. You're expecting this, but take care of yourself as well, right? So annoying. I need like a bell. Somebody ring a bell every single time I say that. Okay, so your focus right now is to be self-fulfilled emotionally. You're sitting pretty. You're feeling good about yourself. You're not like, yeah, you're at a stable point with your emotions, and that's your strength right now. So you do have a lot of self-love. You have a lot of love to give. Your cup is filling up, right? I think that you're a Capricorn, right? That's what it is. You finally feel good in May. So this is when you start racking up all the responsibilities and to-do lists so that you can be busy. So you can start working on those goals. I forgot who I was talking to for a second. Capricorns or Capricorn. In the recent past, though, there was some manipulation going on. You didn't have everything you needed in order to manifest what you desired. You didn't really feel like a manifestor. You felt like things were probably being thrown at you. That just came out. I don't know. But that's, yeah, you felt like you didn't really have a hold on the situation. I really want to clarify that. In the near future, we have the Devil in reverse. So I would think in like a week or so, you're working on yourself. You're working on your toxicities. You're working on your indulgences, if you will. You could be slowing down on drinking. You could be slowing down on sexual activity. You could just be very acknowledging anything that's toxic within you or any old patterns that might be coming up. That could be healing from the past. Maybe I'm getting like self-worth when it comes to like relationships or attraction. Okay, and then we have your suggested approach. Don't get overwhelmed. Realize when you're getting overwhelmed, and that is your limit. When you get overwhelmed, things may not appear exactly the way that they are, and it's just a warning. Your suggested approach is to know that there's going to be a lot of options potentially presented to you, and you're not going to know what to do. So maybe think about, since you're a Capricorn, right? You could potentially think about the options that you want to manifest, the things that you want to come in, so that you can be more connected to the cup that you desire. And maybe not getting too attached to whatever you choose or whatever door you pick, because it might not be exactly what you want, but it might lead you to what you want. And then we have what you need to know is balance. You're in a really good point right now. May is going to be really good. You're gonna see the give and take. Maybe it's good to focus on that for the month of May, since you're going to be so busy. Your cup's going to be full, but maybe realizing who's getting more of this, who's getting more of that. Balancing expectations, balancing others' expectations of you, and realizing your limits with others as well. Like, yeah, like certain things are not your responsibility also. Okay. Hopes and fears. This is the moment of truth. So the moment of truth is coming. Communication might be coming. You might be waiting on an answer, and I think you're really hoping you get a yes, or maybe you're hoping some knowledge will be gained, that the answer will be a good one. We can look more into it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles for your outcome, your potential future, which I think is like the end of the month. You could be looking at opportunity, or you could have a whole new idea, a whole new project, if you will, could come to. Hi, Mandy. A whole new project is now on your plate, right? You're like, oh, new shiny project. Make sure your old ones are done. But you could learn something new by yourself at the end of this month, or you could be leveling up. Again, this is the page coin, the page cards. It's generally a younger individual, like a child, but it's also a studious person, somebody who has an idea for a long-term goal. They're not yet taking action, but they are intrigued, curious, checking it out. All right, let's see what the Ace of Swords is for your hopes and fears. Let's just get a little deeper into that. Whoa, that's too much. So we do have the Empress and the Queen of Swords. You want to stand in your power. You want to nurture yourself, and you want to speak your truth, and you want people to listen to you. So if you are going to be in a leadership position, you want to know people are going to be taking you seriously. With the Page of Pentacles, you might choose to be alone at this time, or you might feel kind of lonely. You might want an opportunity to come in, but not really feeling like it's coming. And it could be keeping you up at night, So just worry about nurturing that long-term idea, and just remember that you're in the beginning stages, right? So you can tweak things as you go. We never really know the exact turnout of how it's going to be, but try to manifest everything you want. Your cup is full right now, okay? And you have the will to move forward. So once you get through getting over these toxic behaviors, these toxic people, relationships, whatever that is for you, which, feels like a behavior or a person. It's like the more that you love yourself, it's just kind of happens. This devil energy just falls away, right? Healing from the past. It's like something that kind of is still lingering, but you're closing the door on it, Know that you might get overwhelmed this month. Take a step back. As long as you try to think of all the ways that things are going to happen beforehand, don't get overwhelmed. It probably won't look like that, but more align yourself with what you want, so that when you get overwhelmed and you have all these options presented to you, your heart knows, where you want to go. And I think you're just starting to look. At the end of this month, you'll have a better idea of how things are going to be long term. Okay, you're not going to know exactly how you're going to want to take action yet on it, but you'll be able to say, okay, so all these responsibilities came up, and now I know how it's going to be. So do I like it, or am I going to be lonely? Or am I not going to sleep well? So it's just something to think about, something to think about. You might be getting a leadership position this month, or be taking the lead on something and just feeling like you're about to lose it. All right, let's see here. For the advice, we'll do what I did for everybody else. Animal Kingdom, so the animal spirit messages for Capricorn, the month of May 2021. May 2021. Whoa. All right, Capricorn. Is that necessary? All right, I'm just going to read them because that was pretty intentional. So we have the Wild Horse. I love this energy. So speak your passion aloud and defend those whom you love in word and deed. Dear. So take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. Ooh, I'm getting gossip energy. You might hear some things you don't like. And you're like, okay, Like you can deer in the headlights, like, okay. And then what the hell am I going to do? Like, I'm going to take care of these people because I love them. I'm not going to let them get away with this. Or it's just like, yeah, it's standing in your power. Yeah, seeing how you affect your environment after you stand in your power and tell the universe what you want. Things around you change. It really does. Through music, you reclaim life's magic and grow strong in body and soul. Maybe listen to some healing frequencies. Maybe connect with a water sign. So, Scorpion, in a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. Right? So, I'm getting a concert. You could meet somebody in the realm of music, or maybe an artist or musician, or maybe at a concert or a venue or some sort of something. And I think that there's a lot of fear here with starting a new relationship with all the responsibilities and everything you have going on. But take a stab at it, you know, like, but I feel like that's you though. Scary. Scary. But you're looking it in the face, you know. It's always a reminder there. The more happy you get, the more happy you can be, the harder the fall, right? Like if it doesn't work out. But that's the journey, right? Adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. Accepting the inevitable and oh my God, I cannot speak. Seizing potential. Seizing potential. So I expect that I'm going to be busy. And I have a lot of responsibilities and I know my limits because I know what I need to take care of. But how can I as a Capricorn or Capricorn take advantage of the situation? Or how can I make it work for me? Specifically me, because this is my life. What do I want and how do I fit everything into it? Because it's not about everybody else. It's not about completing deadlines and goals for other people. It's also about managing your life expectancy, managing your life, your quality of life too. But you will get through this. Don't give up on love. Okay, it's out there. And I'm very proud of you for doing all this work. Welcome the new. Take the next step now, moving forward and healing from the past. You're making big moves here. And I think a lot of it comes from learning how to love yourself. And I think you're at that point where your cup is full. All right. Capricorn. Let's see. Was that everything? Oh, let's do these two. I did these for the other signs. All right. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe that's for me because I am holding my breath. So. Capricorn. Friends and colleagues. Oh, and travel. You might have a little trip planned. Let me take a look at these. You might meet somebody out traveling. I think you're going to learn something new about yourself if you do take a trip or if you are traveling in the near future or in May, which is kind of funny. And then the healing light. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Hi, the sushi. Love sushi. Okay, so the healing light. This is what you have to offer, and it's coming from yourself. It's not coming from anywhere else. It's come from realizing who you are and realizing what you want and realizing what, yeah. what you're capable of. This person that you meet might need healing. You might be there to heal them or to trigger them. You have something to offer. You're very vibrant at this time. I think you're going to probably have a lot of attention in May. You're going to have a lot of little conversations happening, a lot of communication happening with different people. About healing. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited. Please let me know in the comments below what's going on in y'all's lives. Connect with me and the readings will be better. I promise. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Nola. Thank you for stopping by. I kind of want to do another reading or another video. Maybe I will. It is already almost 10, so I probably won't actually. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your likes and subscribes. Thank you so much, Sushi. Welcome to the tribe. And there's if you go into the description box, there's actually tons of other readers that are amazing also that I follow. You'll probably see me in those chats too. We kind of all just chat and we're all learning together and figuring things out. They all have different styles. But yeah. So anyway, thanks for coming to hang out and I appreciate you. Bye.